Hi YouTube, it's Kristen. I came back here to show you today this pink journal that I made for myself. I showed it in the previous video, basically kind of undecorated. It was bound and everything, but it wasn't completely decorated. So I just wanted to show you what I did for myself. The decorations are sort of similar to what I would do for a journal for sale, but this one has a little more eclectic pieces of ephemera, and also some pieces of ephemera that are designated for personal use only, such as cutouts from Daphne's Diary and some printables that are not allowable for sale, for items for sale. So this is what I did on the cover. And these are pieces that came with the paper packs that I showed in the previous video. I also did the inside front cover with those same things. There's a die cut pack that goes with, actually I think it's with both the Mittens and Mistletoe kit and the Candy Cane Lane kit. I got ephemera or die cuts for both of those, so I kind of mix and match those. I did the same kinds of ribbon, which the ribbon tabs and the ribbon decorations on the edges. I did a little journal pocket here with a journal card. That one is a little bit tight. I might need to adjust that. This is a cutout from a children's dictionary. And I mainly chose it because of the pink background here. So again, this is not really pink peppermint themed, but it definitely has the overall pink and red vibe. I put a couple of pieces in the pocket here. There's some journal cards that I will eventually put down on pages when I want to have some writing space, because I did end up filling up most of the blank spots with scrapbook paper. And this is actually from just an everyday paper. So on the back it looks like that, but I really loved the pink, so I cut those out to use in here. This is a leftover piece of scrapbook paper from the kit. And in here I put in a journal card and a couple of extra pieces of these are printables from one of those personal use kits that I thought I could use for journal writing on pages. This is a printable from, I think this is from KB and Friends, and it's for general use, but I just thought this one is such a cute kit that I had to use that in here. And the way I did this page is, even though it's folded over, I added the tag in such a way that I can still open that page, and I could write on the back here if I wanted to. I printed a background on the back of that. So here's a page that was white on the back, and I added some of this scrapbook paper and a printable. I don't remember which kit that was from. That might have been another personal use. Some of the personal use printables that I have are from Pink Paper Peppermints. And what's annoying about those kits is that some of them are okay to use in for sale items, and some of them are only for personal use. So I like some of the designs, but I don't know that I would buy from her again, especially the ones that are only for personal use. This is a scrapbook paper that it was an edging, and I just cut it up and put it down on there. Here's another spot where I added some scrapbook paper to the blank side of this page, added a couple of die cuts. Oh, here I added a die cut. And on this music paper, I added a pocket on the back with a nice big journal card, and that's a printable ledger. This is one of the die cuts that came with one of the packs. I don't remember which one now. This is a printable, and I think these, yeah, the Christmas grams, there's some blank ones that you can fill in your own message, and then there are ones that they call Santa grams that have a pre-printed message on them. They're two different sets, and they are from KB and Friends. KB and Friends has really, really fun kind of vintage, retro, mid-century vibe printables, so I would definitely recommend them. This is that same journal card that I put in the other book, and I liked it so much I had to put it in my book as well, so I put that there. Here's another page that was this paper, and on the back side I added this piece of scrapbook paper for a decoration, a little die cut here and here. Here's, this is another printable, and I forgot to look up the maker of these printables, but if you want to know, just let me know. I can check my computer and see what it is. This is another one that was blank on the back, and I added some more scrapbook paper. These are scraps of scrapbook paper, and so I just tried to make it go with the other half of the page there. This is from that crepe paper pack that was called Candy Cane Lane, and when I got the packs I just put them away. I didn't even open them up and look at them, and so it wasn't until months later that I took it up, I opened the package, and I realized that this sheet of paper had a big crease like going diagonally through here, and so I think it was a manufacturing defect, but rather than try to send it back at that point, I just figured I would use it for myself. So I put a piece of ribbon here that kind of distracts from that, so it's hardly noticeable actually now. I know it's there, but most people probably wouldn't, and so it's fine for my own book. Here's another one where it's this paper. It was blank on the back, so I added this. This is the Mittens and Mistletoe pack, and there is the 12 by 12 pack, which I use for pages, and then there's also a 6 by 8 pad, you know, with where the images are shrunk so that they're smaller than on the normal. I think this is from the normal size paper and the 12 by 12 paper, and this is the 6 by 8. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference. So I went ahead and used those 6 by 8s to fill in some of the blank pages. And then there were these die cuts that went with it, and I thought they were so cute. There's a trailer and a little A-frame, and while we don't have an A-frame, I actually had childhood friends who had an A-frame in Maine that I stayed at when I was a kid, and so I have fond memories of that. And then we have a trailer. We don't actually camp at Christmas, but any kind of trailer image is something that I really enjoy. This is the fold out. I put a journal card there. Didn't do anything to the inside. That's all what was on the paper itself. I did add, this is a printable. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think this might be one of the personal use ones from Pink Paper Peppermints. But I really like this image with the candy cane, so I put it in there, and I had already done a background paper on there, so I wanted it to be able to be used as journal space, so I put that there. Let's see. It's another one of those printables from the company I can't remember. This is, I think this is KB and Friends, and I just love the colors in here. It kind of goes with that mint green turquoisey color, so I put that in there. Now this page has another piece from that 6 by 8 pack, and the gold snowflakes are not in the 12 by 12, so when I saw them in the 6 by 8, I was like, oh, I gotta use that. This is one of the, I think it's a die cut that comes in the die cut pack. It could have been one of the cut aparts. I don't remember exactly, but this piece die cut was in the pack, And it's got a little bit of damage. It was bent, so I knew I wasn't going to use it for a journal for sale, so I put it in my own journal, and I really liked it on the gold snowflakes there. Oh, this is just a little cutout from a Daphne's Diary magazine that I put in there. This is a printable, I think this is also pink paper peppermints. And this is another place where I put down a piece of scrapbook paper on a blank side of the page. There's this pocket that I made with the metallic rickrack and a vintage milk cap. I have a bunch of those, so I'm trying to use them up. This is a little handmade envelope and a journal card inside. This is a die cut from the, I think this is the Candy Cane Lane pack. So this is another page that was just one-sided, so I added this bit of scrapbook paper on here. This paper, I think, was in the Mittens and Mistletoe pack. And actually it's a 12 by 12, and on the bottom right corner there's a Santa face, but I didn't have that part of it. I only had the other side, so I went and added my own Santa face. Here's another music paper, and this is one from that pack, the KB and Friends pack with the cute little Santa, and I just love this little image. So I put that again as a flip out, put another die cut on the inside, and I could write here if I wanted to, but it's at least printed on the back, so it looks nice. There's another large, another library pocket with an large tag, and this is that vintage peppermint extract label that I got. Oh, this is the other part of that paper. That was this paper here. So that was the bottom right corner that has the Santa face on it. So I used that there. And I just added this little image, which was from a Daphne's Diary magazine. There's another printable from that same company that I can't remember. Now this page is this paper, and it was just white on the back. So I actually kind of collaged together some paper scraps, a journal card. This is a little image from Daphne's Diary. This is a sticker from Daphne's Diary. That's a sticker from Daphne's Diary. And this is a die cut from, one of those two packs. I can't remember which one. And then on this side, I did just a piece of scrapbook paper with some pink paper and one of those printables. And over here I did, this is a Santa die cut from one of those packs. Little extra piece of scrapbook paper. You know, I might end up putting something else in that pocket, I don't know. But for now, that's what I have in there. This is another music page that I put a scrap of paper with this printable. I think that might be one of the pink paper peppermints personal use ones as well. This is a little die cut from the kit, one of those packs. And it's made again so that can be flattened out all the way. I thought about actually covering that up, but I think if I do that, it wouldn't go nice and flat like that. So I'm just gonna leave that there for now. I don't know exactly what I'll end up doing there. This is the last pocket. Anyway, it's near the end. There's this printable that I just really like that one. I want to use that somehow. So this might end up getting, I mean, it could be a journal card. It's printed on the back, so I could write on it and keep it in there, or I could glue it down somewhere eventually. Here I have a journal card. I have some extra pieces of ephemera that I might want to put in there at another time, but I did want to just save those out so that I don't use them in another project, because that would be exactly what I would probably do by accident. This is a die cut from one of those packs. There's that gold rickrack that I like. This is another one of those. It was a edge strip from one of the 12 by 12s, actually a really old pack. And I cut it up to put there. This is an image from a Daphne's Diary magazine. And then in the back pocket, I have another die cut library card kind of journal card that I thought was really cute. And it's printed on the back, so that could be used just like that. And then this was, in the previous video, I showed this one in the front pocket, but I decided to move it back here. Now, this doesn't necessarily really go with the rest of everything in here, but like I said, I tend to do things kind of eclectically. And this is a pack. One day last winter, probably in November, December, I was walking in my neighborhood and I came across, in the middle of the road, a pack of these cards that was just strewn all over the road and had been driven over. So they were, some of them were, you know, really dirty and smashed and not looking good at all. There were a few that were in okay shape. So I picked them all up and took them home, and I tossed the ones that weren't any good, but I did save some of them. And this was one of them that I trimmed it down to this size. So I just thought it has a little bit of a story, and it's a really cute little image. So I wanted to have it in here. So that's gonna go in there along with this little journal card. And so that's the end of this. It turned out to be on the chunky side because of all that stuff I put in there. I personally don't really care for having a ribbon closure or dangling things. Even just having these things coming out the top is almost a little much for me, so I'm not sure if those will stay. But this is the kind of journal that I really like. It's just something that feels like a book, and when I add photos to it, it will grow wider, and that's not my favorite thing, but it'll make it something that it will be fun to display at Christmas time. So I don't know when I'll use this, but it's really my favorite of all the ones that I've made so far. So I just wanted to come back and give you a glimpse of how it ended up, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.